Hello, Dale T. Bowash here again with another exciting story called Little Grunt and the Big Egg, a prehistoric fairy tale written by Tommy DePaula, and he also drew the pictures.
That's pretty cool. He's an author and an illustrator.
Oh, let's see what happens to Little Grunt, shall we? Once upon a time, in a big cave past the volcano on the left, lived the Grunt tribe. There was Uncle Grunt, Aunt Grunt, Granny Grunt, Mama Grunt, and Papa Grunt. Their leader was Chief Rockhead Grunt. The smallest of all was Little Grunt. It, it, it.
Wow. Pretty
See,
good.
there's the Grunt family.
All together, happy and
All
healthy.
together and happy in their
Oh,
prehistoric cave. That is. Let's see here.
Keep going.
Little Grunt, said Mama Grunt. The Unga Wunga tribe is coming for Sunday brunch. Please go out and gather eggs. Yes, Mama, said Little Grunt, and off he went. But eggs were hard to find. Little Grunt looked and looked. What am I going to do? He asked himself. I can't find a single egg. I'll try one more place. There's Little Grunt heading off to get some brunch. And it was a good thing that he did because there, in the one more place, was the biggest egg Little Grunt had ever seen. How would he ever get it home? Eggs break easily. I know, he said. I He gathered some thick, pointy leaves and wove them to a mat. He carefully rolled the egg on top of it. They pulled and pulled and pulled the egg all the way home. There he is again, carrying that big egg. My goodness, said the grunt tribe. Ooga, ooga, what a egg! That will feed us and the Ugga Wuggas, and even the Grizzlier tribe. Maybe we should invite them to Sunday brunch too. Ooga yummy, said the grunts. They put the egg near the fire and went to bed. In the middle of the night, the egg began to make a noise. Click, crack, a big piece of shell fell onto the floor. Click, crack, plunk, plop. The egg broke in half. Instead of the big egg sitting by the fire,
Oh, what's gonna happen?
it's not a fierce dinosaur.
Something's gonna come out of there.
Maybe a prehistoric bird or something.
Yeah.
Oh wait, there is. There was a baby dinosaur. Wah! Cried the baby dinosaur, and the great grunt tribe all woke up. Ooga ooga, they said. What is that? Chief Rockhead Grunt said. All I know is it can't stay. But before he could finish, Little Grunt said, Please, may I keep him, please, please? Every boy needs a pet, said Granny Grunt. Against my better judgment, mumbled Chief Rockhead Grunt. There's the blue dinosaur that got hatched out of its eggy.
Yep, some things come out of eggs, some things don't.
I'm going to call him George, said Little Grunt. Little Grunt and George became great pals, but there was a problem. The cave stayed the same size, but George didn't. He began to grow and grow and grow. The cave got very crowded. Uh-oh. Looks like George has to go for good. Let's see. And there were other problems. George wasn't housebroken. George ate all the leaves off the trees and all the bushes around the cave, and he was still hungry. George liked to play rough. George stepped on things, and when he sneezed, achoo! Well, it was a disaster. There's the chief falling out of the cave.
Sneeze more. Uh-oh.
Ooga, ooga, enough is enough, said the grunts. I guess it wasn't a good idea to keep him, said Granny Grunt. How a nice little cockroach. They make nice pets. I'm in charge here, cried Chief Rockhead Grunt. I say that giant lizard goes. Ooga, ooga, yes, yes, said the grunts. But you promised, said little Grunt. Uh-oh. Looks like he has no choice but to take it back. The next morning, little Grunt took George back to where he found him. Goodbye, George, said little Grunt. I'll sure miss you. Warg, said George. Big tears rolled down their cheeks. Little Grunt watched George walk slowly into the swamp. I'll never see him again, sobbed little Grunt. There they are, having a hard goodbye. Let's see what happens. The next day, the days and months went by, and little Grunt still missed George. He dreamed about him at night and drew pictures of him by day. Little Grunt certainly misses that dinosaur, said Mama Grunt. He'll get over it, said Papa Grunt. I still say a cockroach makes a nice pet, said Granny Grunt. That night the cave began to shake, started to shake. The cave started to shake, that is. The floor began to unhitch, and loud rumblings filled the air. Earthquake! cried the grunts. Uh-oh, there's an earthquake on the loose. No, it's not, said Granny Grunt. Look, volcano. Sure enough, steam, rocks, and black smoke shot out of the top. Big rocks and huge boulders tumbled and bounced around in front of the cave. We're drowned! We're drowned! Shouted the grunts. What are we going to do? Don't ask me, said Chief Rockhead. I resign. Now we have no leader, cried Ed Grunt.
I like how he said that. Don't ask me.
Poor cave people. They're going to be trapped forever. Now we're really in trouble, shouted Papa Grunt as lava poured out of the volcano in a wide, flaming river. It headed for the cave. There was not enough time for the grunts to escape. All of a sudden, the grunts heard a different noise. War, walk, war, walk, war, walk, war, walk, war, walk. It must be George coming back.
Right, yeah, we're moving.
Yep. I was right, it is George. It's George, said little Grunt. He's come to save us. Ooga, ooga, cried the grunts. They all ran to George and quickly filled up his long neck, his long back, and his very long tail. There they are, heading for shelter while their cave gets burned. And before you could say Tyrannosaurus Rex, George carried them far away to safety. Big,
Get them all riding on the dinosaur's back and the
big blue
tail.
dinosaur.
Yeah.
As your new leader, Papa Grunt said, I say this is our new cave. What do we eat? said Uncle Grunt. I can't wait to start decorating, said Aunt Grunt. I always say a change of scenery keeps you from getting old, said Granny Grunt. And George can live next door, said Little Grunt. Where is George? Asked Mama Grunt. Ooga, ooga, here's George, called the grunts. Org, answered George. Well, do you know where George is?
Whatever you want.
Look, said Little Grunt. Oh no, said the grunts. There was George, sitting on a pile of big eggs. I guess I better call Georgina, said Little Grunt.
He's gonna hatch eggs. He's a girl. He's not a boy.
Oh boy.
It's a she, not a he.
She's gonna have a lot of babies.
Yeah.
And they
Aww.
all lived happily ever after.
Oh, you gotta see what the eggs made this time.
Baby dinosaurs for the world to see.
The end.
Wait, let me read this.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Go, okay.
Tommy DePaula says he owes the comic strip alley open the characters in the Flintstones. Then he does the Museum of Natural History in creating Little Grunt and the Big Egg. Of course, I know that dinosaurs and people did live at the same time, he said with a big smile. That's why I call it a prehistoric fairy tale. Visit his website at www.tommy.com.
Wow, you can learn more about Tiny Pala and more of his books.
The end.
Yay! Now, yay! Yay!
And the moral is, never accept a big dinosaur to live in your house or cave.
Yep.